I've not got these coins back from the NGC yet. I'm going to do this as a two-parter. But today I just wanted to show you the coins that I have got submitted here, which are from the RMS Douro Shipwreck. The first one is come back as the dreaded AU details, obverse cleaned. I was under no illusion with this coin. And we can have a look at it a bit closer to see what you think. So that's what it looks like with the Shipwreck label. I picked the blue one, I think it looks quite nice. You can't just get any coin graded as a Shipwreck coin. You do need to have some kind of provenance with it. Ideally the original auction house receipt that actually sold them. In this case, these were bought by the Royal Mint, and then I think they sold about 500 coins out there with a Royal Mint COA. So that's what I use for the provenance to get these graded as the Shipwreck RMS Douro coins. So overall the coin doesn't look too bad in the capsule. I'm just showing you the sort of picture as you would see this coin in your hand, and it's still a reasonably attractive coin. Obviously that's upside down. We've got the new labels now from the NGC. These will be the new labels from now with a QR code on there. I've not used that, so I'll see how it goes. But these pictures are quite good. What the NGC have taken these coins for me. And you know, the decision that they've made is that the obverse has been cleaned. Absolutely yes, I could see that straight away. I would say the reverse has been cleaned more, but that's just semantics at this stage. So overall, you can see it's had some corroding around the legend there. You can just see it in the coin. Nice coin overall. It's still quite a decent quality coin. I do quite like the die breaks as the die breaks down, especially around the R. You do get this as the coin gets struck, or shall we say the dies strike thousands of coins, and you do get a build up of gold material, so you get this sort of die break effect, and you can get it all over the coin. There's one bit on this coin which I find quite well. I find it quite interesting. Is this bit here where there is damage to the blank, and to me that looks like it's happened before minting. It's very hard to say, but if you have a look at that, it looks more like that may have happened before minting. So I don't know, but I quite like little bits like that. So overall she's not in bad condition. It's the reverse where it's had the most harshest cleaning in my opinion. Overall it's a nice round coin. There's not very many edge knocks or edge dings to this coin, and bearing in mind this has been under the seabed for about 114 years or so, 112, 114 years. I'll go into the actual sinking in another video, but I just wanted to look at the coins today, and we can see it when we can get it in hand, and my mouse is disconnecting there. But overall it's a nice looking coin, but where it's been harshly cleaned is once we get right into these bits here. Somebody's gone at that with a dentist scalpel or a pick, something quite harsh, because sovereigns do not get this kind of wear. And where you on any coin where you see this sort of backwards and forwards marking around it just screams that somebody's cleaned it and gone at it. And like I say, I'm not going to sort of berate anybody for doing that for these coins, because a mate of mine sent me a picture. I will include it. This is a big lump of the safe from the RMS Douro with about 14 sovereigns. What they can count is actually embedded in it, and you can see it's heavily corroded. So you can understand, somebody's had to do a job at separating these coins out, and they've had to do the best with them. So I wouldn't berate, in this case, I wouldn't berate anybody for cleaning them for the best they can. But looking at this coin again, overall, it's pretty decent. There is some, what I would call almost like surface delaminations here. And like I said, this has been under the sea. It's been salt water with all sorts of other sort of God knows what chemicals and what chemical reactions happened with salt water. But there is a little bit of delamination, as I would say, and again that to me looks like somebody's gone at that with maybe some fine sandpaper or something just to get rid of the corrosion. That's definitely a dental pick. Um, and again, just in this bit, it just doesn't look right at the surface. So again, I'm not going to lose too much sleep over the grade of this coin because for me the grades don't matter. For me, it's getting that RMS Douro pedigree, which is what I wanted. So we'll have a look at the second coin in a minute. So this is the second coin, an 1871 shield. This one's come back AU58, which I will gladly take that result. And just looking at this coin in the slab, it's still got slight bits of its original luster left around the legend, which is quite surprising for a coin. Like I said, it's been under the sea for a good over 100 years, so it's a very attractive coin. And again, we can see it in these photographs are brilliant. They just let us have a good look at the coin. It doesn't show the luster on the coin, but we can have a right good look at it. Overall, again, clean, round, not many edge knocks. We've got the die break on these 1871, and that is like an old friend to me. That I see that on so many sovereigns of this day and around this sort of time, where you got this die break and it builds up from the neck going through the one. So it's always good to see that. Clean, good strike. And again, she's in really good condition, and it just goes to show the power of gold, the beauty of the gold. Because, like I said, this has been on the seabed for over 100 years. You can find it in the shipwreck, and it still looks as good as the day this was in circulation. One thing with this one, above the date, there is, I don't know if you saw earlier when I flashed it, there is some markings, almost like impressions in this area here. I've tried to get in as close as I can zoom wise, but it clearly looks like that to me looks like there's a 7 in there. So, and again, that looks like the rim of another coin, so it's likely that there's been something pressed against this coin at some point. I don't know how that's happened, because you'd expect it to be the opposite way around, a mirror image of it, but there's been something clearly pressed into the coin. I can just zoom out again, and we'll have a look at the reverse. And again, not a lot of wear to the coin, pretty decent. One thing with shield backs, I used to struggle grading these or assessing them myself for wear, because they were just a little bit of a bugbear with me. I did struggle a little bit. On the George and the Dragon, it's quite easy to see where the wear marks are, and it's knowing where to look on the coin. Where I look on these, I tend to look around the shield itself to see how damaged or undamaged this area is, because that picks up knocks and edge, scrapes and knocks on there. I always look around the laurel leaves, see how, if these are flattened in these areas. They are partially flattened, but not particularly too bad. So it's only been this coin's only been in circulation for maybe a decade or so before the ship went down. So it's not seen a great deal of circulation. Where there is, you can see bits there. The telltale signs on these are, I always look at the 3 lines when we zoom in here. I always just have a look up and down that, from 12 o'clock to 6 o'clock, looking at them 3 ones, and these are the telltale signs for me to gauge the overall wear and circulation where these have had. So there's been a little bit around there, but they're not completely mullered. You can see this what's around the shield. I tend to look around this area and just to see, it's just an indication of how much wear this line can also get flattened quite easily. And again, these lines, again, the top one's not too bad, going down to the third one where there's a little bit more wear. So they're the sort of general areas where I look on a shield. And again, on top of the crown, you can get a bit of flattening across the top of the crown. But overall, for that being in the sea and it coming out in AU58, I'm happy with it. It's got a die number on there, which is die number 1. A little bit of the serif missing off the bottom corner. That's quite common with sovereigns. You know, you do get little bits of the serifs missing, but overall, a nice coin. Looks okay. Happy with the result. I can genuinely live with that result. I would have thought a little bit less, being honest with you, but like I say, I'm glad they've took the decision grading it an AU58. And like I say, the grades are not everything. It's just nice for these to come back. And again, as you can see it there, it's still got original luster, which is always good to see. So thanks for watching today, folks. Once I get these back in hand, we'll have another look at them so we can see them in the flesh. And also, I'll talk to you about the sinking of the Douro. It's quite an interesting story, and there was certainly a lot of gold found on the ship. So thanks for watching today, folks, and I'll see you again. Ta-da!